On this edition of Inside Education, a short delay in the search for a new superintendent. 4 finalists were announced, but interviews are now pushed back. Why trustees voted to extend the search process. Plus, a teacher hiring status report. How many teachers will the district need before the beginning of the next school year? Then, giving students a fresh start.
I feel like it's going to help me so much in the long run. It's preparing me for, success, and it's very positive.
We'll take you inside the Peterson project. And one of our student correspondents shows us a lesson in law and order taking place inside their high school. Inside Education starts right now.
The cornerstone of education is getting to know a student first.
We want to make sure that we're supporting families and students.
I think that the community should know that their voice counts.
Reading is the doorway to everything that we do in education.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Inside Education. I'm your host, Mitch Truswell. The Clark County School District will soon hire a new superintendent. That hasn't changed. But the scheduled interviews for the district's top job have been pushed back until the end of the month. 4 finalists for the district's top job were recently announced, but none of them were from within the district or from Nevada. Inside Education's Kathy Topp has more on why trustees voted to extend the search process. Kathy.
Mitch, the decision was made just 2 days before interviews were supposed to start. The main concern was exactly that the search firm hired by trustees to find candidates did not include any internal candidates in the final cut. That's something that didn't sit well with some trustees and members of the community.
I'm extremely concerned that there were no local candidates.
I too was surprised. That's a mild word.
At the Clark County School District Board of Trustees meeting on April 11th, surprise and concern about the 4 finalists picked by the search firm for the job of superintendent.
I don't know the other candidates. I'm not here to disrespect any of them, but I just think that just to not even have some form of consideration for someone on a state or local level. Sometimes we spend our resources looking for folks way out of town and thinking that they can come here with a magic wand and thinking that they can solve our problems.
Our children do not have 2 years to wait for a new educator who will learn on the job and understand the difference between Sandy Valley and Sandy Miller or Glenn Taylor and Robert Taylor.
The finalists included the CEO of the Reset Foundation, who has since withdrawn, a superintendent from Longmont, Colorado, a coach, consultant, and urban specialist from Franklin Covey, and the deputy superintendent of Orange County Public Schools. Trustees agreed they wanted local candidates included. The question, how to do it.
I think that we need to be very fair and transparent on how we revise this, if we revise it. Because if it looks like we are only advocating for one person or 2 people and not reviewing this in a fair way, it's not going to look good.
Brent Husson from Nevada Succeeds urged the board to interview all the candidates together on one day and approach the interview process like a business would.
I don't think that you can make a decision on who's going to lead a $2.5 billion enterprise based on a Google search and a 45-minute interview.
In the end, trustees voted to extend the search process and reconsider internal candidates. We should note, in total, there were 77 applications submitted for the position of Clark County School District Superintendent. Current Superintendent Pat Skorkowski is retiring in June. Mitch?
Kathy, thank you. So here is the updated schedule for the superintendent search. On Thursday, April 19th, trustees will review internal candidates as well as former district employees who applied and select some for interviews. On April 27th, internal and external candidates will be interviewed by the board. And the following day, all the candidates will participate in a community meeting. Trustees plan to vote on who will become the next superintendent on Wednesday, May 2nd. All of these events will take place inside the boardroom at the Edward Greer Education Center on Flamingo near Eastern. Trustees hope the new superintendent will be on the job sometime in June. Again, June is when current superintendent Pat Skorkowski will retire. Well, along with a new superintendent, the Clark County School District will be looking to fill many other open positions, including hiring more teachers. Like many school districts, CCSD has struggled to find enough teachers. Let's check in with Meg Nigro, CCSD's Executive Director of Recruitment and Development. How are you?
Hi, good.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We've talked many times about teacher shortages within the district. Is it still due to a shortage of people that are just willing to get into the industry, become a teacher?
That's exactly where it starts, because the enrollment into teacher education programs nationwide still is flat and continues to decline. So it's from the very beginning at the pipeline.
Right. Before we get to the projected teachers that are going to be needed for next year, next August,
right?
What was the shortage this year?
The shortage continues to be the same areas because it's nationwide shortages, really.
Right.
So we have special education, math, science, English, and elementary, of course. So those are really common areas of focus in several districts across the country.
Okay, so this year, where does the shortage, I guess, stand right now, I guess?
Well, we're not hiring for the current year anymore. We stopped that in March.
Okay.
So we ended up with about 400 to 500 vacant positions that were remaining for this school year that we're currently in.
Okay, so how many will be needed for August? Have you done those projections?
We have targeted somewhere around 1,500 classroom teachers that we'll need by August. And that accounts for, that's not how many vacancies we have right now, but that accounts for retirements and resignations over the summer, which we tend to get a lot, especially at the end of the school year with retirees.
Right, okay.
So we're thinking about 1,500.
Okay, so tell me about, was it last year or the year before, you hired a lot of teachers from the Philippines, special education teachers?
Yes, they were special education teachers only. So we took a team of principals and central office staff down to the Philippines last April. And we ended up hiring 81 of them to come to the United States and serve our special education students.
And that was for a specific amount of time?
Well, their visa allows them to be in the United States for 3 years.
Okay, and special ed is one of those that is chronically
It is chronic, yeah, and we continue to add units or positions. So we continue to have more students identified, therefore we need more classrooms. So we add on average about 100 special education classrooms a year.
Okay, so is that do you define that as a success?
We do,
how that has worked out?
Yes, and we were holding back. We were being cautiously optimistic because we have done efforts like this in the past, but this time it was very different. We took principals. Principals were the ones that made the offers for hire. Principals were the ones that interviewed them. So we did things much differently than we had before when it wasn't as much of a success. So we were cautiously optimistic about the success of it. So we've met with principals that have these teachers in their buildings. We sent out surveys, and it's really positive. 75% of the principals said they would recommend going back and they would hire more special education teachers from the Philippines.
So since so many districts are trying to hire teachers, not just CCSD,
right?
Who's your competition? What's the biggest stumbling block?
Our biggest competition is California.
Okay.
We try to go there and kind of poach their teachers. They have a higher salary schedule, but we have a much lower cost of living.
Right.
The real hook that we have also is our retirement system, because the district pays nearly all of that 28% of the salary into the PERS retirement system. There are hardly any districts that offer a retirement package like that. So that's really how we are able to hook those experienced teachers. That's a little bit harder of a sell for newbies that are graduating because they're not even thinking of retiring at 21, 22.
Right.
But we also have a hiring incentive again for this school year. So that really helps us also.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Meg, appreciate the update.
Oh, sure.
And best of luck as the hiring begins.
Yes.
Very soon. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Some news from the Nevada Department of Education. Teachers in Nevada can now initiate the licensure process online. The new system is called OPAL. That's short for Online Processing for Application for Licensure. This means educators no longer need to do a paper application at a Nevada Department of Education office. The hope is that the new online process streamlines the application process. The new system is also able to notify candidates of their status either through text, email, or status notifications in their personal applicant portal. The website for OPAL is doe.nv.gov/educator_licensure. Well, right now it's time for our community calendar, and for that we go to Jocelyn Perez at Foothill High School.
Thanks, Mitch. Right now I'm at the Skills USA State Leadership and Skills Conference in Reno. Skills USA is an organization that prepares young leaders for the workforce and gives them unique leadership opportunities. Here's your community calendar. Middle and high school students all throughout the Valley are getting the chance to put their science skills to the test at the College of Southern Nevada 15th Annual Science and Technology Expo. On Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on CSN's North Las Vegas campus, you can walk around and see exhibits and demonstrations on web design, apprenticeships, and so much more. 6 exhibits and demonstrations are scheduled throughout the day. For more information, you can call 702-651-4959. Registration is now open for the 2018 CyberQuest online competition presented by the U.S. Cyber Challenge. This competition determines who goes to the U.S. Cyber Challenge summer camps. The summer camp is a nationwide program dedicated to preparing students for the cybersecurity workforce development. The camp provides training and mentorship from experienced instructors and highlight skills for potential employees. Registration closes on May 1st. To register and compete, you can go to uscccyberquest.org. All high school students are invited to attend a seasonal recreational job fair being hosted by Henderson Sports and Recreation. The job fair is on April 28th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Henderson Convention Center. Bring your resume and a parent and browse through all the local seasonal jobs available in Henderson. And for more information on Skills USA, you can visit nvskillsusa.org. For Corey Price and Andrew Apodaca, I'm Jocelyn Perez, Inside Education. Back to you, Mitch.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Well, raising student achievement at underperforming schools for almost a decade, that has been the goal of the Clark County School District's Turnaround Zone. More than 24 Clark County School District schools are currently part of the initiative. Here to talk turnaround is Dr. Jeffrey Geis, Associate Superintendent. He oversees the Turnaround Zone, and also Fred Watson. He is principal of Fitzgerald Elementary School. Fitzgerald is one of the turnaround schools. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
You've been on the program in a while.
Not for a while. It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's great to have you back. Let's refresh everyone's memory. What is the goal of the Turnaround Zone?
So the Clark County School District has a self-imposed process called the Turnaround Zone. Nobody makes us do it. It's not a state initiative or anything. My job is to identify the lowest performing and/or downward trending schools. We identify them, we pull them in from their geographic zone into a non-geographic turnaround zone for a period of treatment. They get better and they exit. We've now exited 16 schools in 7 years that have been treated. They've gotten better from guys like Mr. Watson and his team.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about you. You've been at Fitzgerald for 4 years.
Correct.
You were there about a year, and then it went into the turnaround.
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
Tell me about what it was like before the turnaround.
Well, our journey really did begin about 4 years ago. And when I first became principal at Fitzgerald, we were a one-star school, 3rd lowest school in the state. And we really weren't providing a great education for our students. And we really needed a change. And turnaround was the catalyst for that change. So along with the support from Dr. Geis and his team, we were able to utilize strategic staffing to bring in great teachers that were highly qualified, provided great instruction for our students. We also received extra funding that allowed us to infuse the school with technology. We were the first school in the district to have a 3D virtual lab. We also have smart boards in every classroom, and currently we are one-to-one with iPads in the entire school.
Wow.
We also included a parent center in which we provided resources for parents, and we increased extracurricular activities for our students like a piano club, violin club, robotics, athletics. So through the hard work of my students and staff, it all culminated last year with tremendous progress on the state SBAC assessments, and that allowed us to reach our 3-star status, which is always the goal of turnaround.
Okay, so you went from, when you came to that school, 1-star, you're now at 3.
We went from 1 to 3.
1 to 3.
In 2 years.
In 2 years, that's great.
Correct.
So you'll be soon exiting the turnaround zone. What made the difference? I know there are a lot of things. You have a lot of latitude that other schools don't have to make change. You have extra funding.
Right.
What made the difference?
It's really our staff. We brought on teachers who, they really improved the culture, but it was a staff who were really committed and dedicated to providing the best possible instruction for our kids and ensuring that they were successful at the school.
Okay, Dr. Geis, how long does a school typically stay in? Fitzgerald was 2 years, but what's typical?
Typical is 4 years, and you have 4 years. The fourth year, you look at their year 3 data to determine if they exit. Then the concept is that I work with the geographic zone associate superintendent to ensure that nothing that they're asked to do gets in the way of what they've been doing to get the results when they exit.
Okay, so any concerns, Mr. Watson, about leaving the turnaround zone because some of the things that you have received will go away?
Correct.
Some of the programs, some of the funding.
Right. So when we're exiting, we will be losing some funding. However, funding in and of itself doesn't create change. It's really about the staff being dedicated and providing the best possible instruction for our students, and the structures and systems that you put in place to facilitate a great learning environment for our students. Okay. So at this point, it's really about us being consistent with what we're doing. And if we do that, I'm confident that our progress will continue for years to come.
Great result. Yeah. Before we go, we have schools going in to the turnaround zone and some exiting. Can you quickly go over those?
Yes, we have Fitzgerald, Hickey, and Vegas Verdes Elementary School that are exiting. Harris Elementary School, Lynch, Johnston Middle School, Mack Middle School, Monaco Middle School, Reed Elementary School, Taylor Elementary School, and Gene Ward Elementary School entering.
Final thoughts before we go? What people need to know? This seems like you're making great progress.
Well, my final thought is what Mr. Watson just stated, and that is that extra dollars are not the primary factor in improving a school. The primary factor is the overarching realization and conviction that the success or the failure of a school is always an adult issue and never a child issue. Always an adult issue, never a child issue. That's number one. Extra funding when they get so low is a bonus and probably needed because this zone is the equivalent to emergency room medical treatment for a school, and that requires some extra dollars to get better. But that is not the primary factor.
Okay. Appreciate your time. I know there's a lot more to talk about. We'll have you back to talk about it. Good and great progress, by the way, at Fitzgerald. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You can read more about the Clark County School District's Turnaround Zone and the Turnaround Schools, including result data, by going online to the Turnaround Zone website. That is ccsdturnaroundzone.net. Well, now to another kind of turnaround, this one for students who find themselves kicked out of their traditional high school. When that happens, many students will attend one of the district's academic centers, what in the past some referred to as a behavioral school. Students will attend an academic center for a few months or in some cases permanently. Either way, a leadership program at Peterson Academic Center aims to give these students who made a mistake some lifelong skills.
I pledge to acknowledge my self-worth.
These students, meeting after school at the Peterson Academic Center, are taking positive steps to improve their future.
To stop and take a break.
They are part of what's called the Peterson Project, giving students leadership skills and a fresh start. Cassina Douglas Boone is the advisor.
A lot of these kids are no different from my own children.
These students will complete all or a portion of their education at the Peterson Academic Center because they were expelled from their traditional high school.
That was the day that whatever went wrong in their world happened, and this is a consequence of what happened on that day.
Moises Ramirez, a sophomore, will receive all his high school education here at Peterson Academic Center. He's working to graduate early and then head to college.
When I first got here, everyone thinks that everyone here is going to fail because everyone thinks it's just bad kids. And this program shows you that no, that everyone is the same and that everyone could succeed.
The situation that brought him here, he now knows he would have handled much differently. Malaya Houghton is another Peterson Project student. She was recently elected vice president of the group and is encouraged by the leadership skills she's learning.
This is actually going to help you how to cope with that stuff, negative people, and then you have to think about, like, I'm a leader. Like, I'm not going to follow what I was doing before. I'm going to be who I was when I was in the project.
Joy Lewis is a student at nearby Centennial High School and is one of the student mentors, as well as president of the Peterson Project.
You see kids come here and this is what they kind of needed, to redirect themselves. You see kids come here and they request for stays so that they can stay here longer because the class sizes are smaller. They feel like the teachers are more approachable.
Advisor Cassina Douglas Boone says the exposure to positive messages and skills in the group is really paying off.
One of the things that I've noticed with several of the kids who were in this program, they're doing phenomenal at their other schools. I have a lot of success stories, where kids have joined student council or BSU, where kids have gone to college.
The Peterson project has been in existence for about 2 years. It is based on a similar and successful program Cassina Douglas Boone started at Legacy High School. Well, this month marks 6 months since the horrible events of 1 October. Among those at the Route 91 Harvest Festival, the night of the shooting, were local high school students. Student correspondent Richard Pedzik from Southwest CTA has the story of 2 students' experiences.
Just reflecting back on the event, for myself, tomorrow really isn't guaranteed.
The shooting that took place at the Route 91 Harvest Festival months ago was filled with horrific scenes and confusion.
We saw people running, and we heard the shooting again. And for a second, we thought that we were surrounded or the shooter was near us. It was that the person was in the backstage, shooting everything up, or people. We didn't know at the time. We didn't know the shooting was coming from the Mandalay Bay yet. So by the time that happened, my cousin and I were panicking because we didn't know what to do yet. That's just a natural instinct. We went inside the building that was near us where we were taking the garbage out. We hid there with a bunch of other people. But then we realized we got to get out of here if we want to survive, because the building we were in wasn't bulletproof. The shooter could have easily just shot through the whole thing and injure or kill most of us.
Francisco wasn't the only student from our school that attended the event. Nora, another Southwest CTA student, tells one just as scary as Francisco.
Yeah, I was scared to death that we wouldn't make it, and that hurts me a lot because I knew that I had several friends who I didn't tell about the thing that I'd be there, and I know my parents have friends that are across the states and everything, and my family's not in Nevada. And, one of the biggest things I remember is when we were away from the gunshots, my sister almost got ran over by a car because we were running across the streets, and thank God the dude stopped in the middle of the thing for her, because that was scary enough, the gunshots, but her to be almost hit by a car.
These are only 2 of the students affected by the shooting, but many others were, and this event will remain in their memories for the rest of their lives. Reporting for Inside Education, this is Richard Pedzik.
Richard, thank you for that report. We want to let you know Vegas PBS has a lot of resources online for victims and survivors of 1 October. You can find them at vegaspbs.org/VegasStrong. Well, a dedication for one of CCSD's 7 new elementary schools happened earlier this month. Dr. Beverly S. Mathis Elementary School was officially dedicated with speeches, tours, and more. Mathis Elementary School actually opened to students on August 14th, 2017, the first day of the school year. The school is located on Arville near Windmill in the southwest part of the valley. Well, students at Canyon Springs High School Law and Leadership program recently went to court, but it was not as defendants. They were learning how to prosecute and defend clients in front of a district court judge. Student correspondent Haley Batalon from Canyon Springs High School has that story.
To give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Hi.
Go ahead.
A trial was brought to life. Students at Canyon Springs High School Law and Leadership programs are taking part in a trial. These cases are fake while the judge is real.
So the trials that we're doing for the spring semester are all criminal trials. So we have 1 murder via hazing, 1 vehicular manslaughter, 1 cyber stalking, and I think and assault on a police officer.
Students have spent the past 4 years working up to this point. They learned law terminology in addition to how the law works on a constitutional, civil, and criminal level. Judge Jerry Wees, who presides over the trial, sees the benefits of this program.
I think it's beneficial to the kids because they get an experience somewhat representing what real life trials are like. It's not exactly the same, but it's close.
Students we talked to say this was a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Well, the experience in mock trial, I think it's a very fun class, and it really brings everyone together and helps you learn how to work in a group.
Well, in mock trial, we did more than one trial, but I'll say that it's more or less a fun experience. I say that overall I did prefer playing a lawyer in almost all of the trials, but I guess in the recent one I did enjoy playing a witness.
And you have to really know your stuff. If not, you're going to give your team a whole L, and we can't take those.
The juniors in the law program sat as juniors, learning how to deliberate on a verdict and providing feedback to the seniors. The mock trial program at Canyon Springs has produced nearly 20 lawyers in its existence. 13 alumni are expected to graduate this year from Boyd Law School, with students also enrolled in law schools in Columbia, George Washington, and UPenn. For Inside Education, I'm Haley Batalon.
Haley, thank you for that report. Canyon Springs, by the way, is home to the only public school courtroom west of the Mississippi. Well, before we leave you, we want to give a big shout out to 2 CCSD robotics teams who are competing in what's called the FIRST Championship. It is a worldwide competition held in Houston later this month. Cimarron Memorial High School Team 987, known as the High Rollers, and the Las Vegas Academy of the Arts team, known as the LVA Robot Pigeons, will both be competing, and we wish them the best of luck. And we'll have more on how our hometown teams did in 2 weeks during a special School Matters edition of Inside Education, as well as more on the superintendent hiring process. But for now, we want to thank you for watching. Student, staff member, parent, or taxpayer, we all have a stake in our public education system. Don't forget that you can catch this episode and past episodes of Inside Education on the Vegas PBS website or YouTube page. On behalf of all of us here at Inside Education, thank you for watching. We'll see you in 2 weeks.